It has been forever since I did, I'm gonna shut dogs in here, a proper vlog. Yeah, he's in here, so that's fine. Like a proper spend the day with me, day in my life type of vlog. So that is what we're doing today, because I am farm sitting for the next week with Chris, while my parents are away in Portugal. So we have a lot to do. Hopefully the lighting will get better once I'm outside. There we go. So yeah, I have a lot to do. I've been up since 4 AM to see my parents off. They are currently sat in the airport waiting to fly, and I am stuck in miserable England. It basically chucked it down all weekend. It's Monday today. And yeah, I have admitted defeat. The wellies are out. It is no longer croc summer. The sliders have gone. The trainers can't even hack it because it is muddy, muddy, muddy. And it's my own fault, because for weeks I've been saying we need rain, the ground's too hard, and basically complaining about how hard the ground is. So it's my own doing. Now we've got non-stop rain for the next week. So yeah, I've got all the animals to look after, all of the horses, and to be honest, I'm quite looking forward to it. I've actually just spent the last 2 weeks in Turkey on my holiday, which is why I look slightly browner than I was. But yeah, back to reality, and start with my can't get in. Start with my least favourite job of the day, which is the chickens. As you guys know, furry friends are not my thing. But yeah, we've got all the animals to look after for the next 7 days, so tune on in, because I'm going to try and do as many videos as I can while I'm here. I'm taking a little bit of chill time from work. I was literally so burnt out before I went on holiday because I just gave myself way too much to do. So we're pacing, and I'm going to put a lot more into my YouTube as well, which I'm really excited about. I've got some really exciting videos coming up, and yeah, looking forward to sort of autumn, as weird as that sounds. Anyway, let's get these chickens out, because it's 7 AM and they're going to get annoyed with me if they're not out soon. Does any need to be quite so loud? Morning, girls. So, chicken's done. Feed the pigs. So I've actually only been home from my holiday for 3 days, and while I was gone, Snip has actually had a month off, so she wasn't ridden for 2 weeks before I went, so she could have, why are they so loud? So she could have her month off, which she always kind of gets normally over winter, but we've done it early this year because the ground's so hard. I was like, I can't really see much point in her doing much when the ground's just been ridiculous. She's not one for being in the arena constantly, so it was easier to do that. Percy has had 2 weeks off. Go for me. He's had 2 weeks kind of off, so Snip has just been turned away for a month, which he prefers, and then Piglet has had 2 weeks of just being lunged every other day. Basically, he's not the best at being left with no work. He does like to do something, so he's been lunged by Jade. There you go, mister. Good boy. And I came back Friday. I landed at like early hours of the morning, didn't get home until 2 AM, and then came and rode. Obviously not at 2 AM, like later in the morning. And Perce feels incredible. He actually feels like the 2 weeks of lunging have been really, really beneficial. Sorry, just getting goat food. Snippy, on the other hand, isn't doing great. I'm not sure whether she's just really stiff after having some time off, whether it's the hard ground, but it's that hind right leg that I'm just not happy with. She's just not holding herself or moving as I want her to. So I'm going to ring the vets up today about her basically, but we'll get into that later. Let's feed the goats. Ah! Go! I don't know if you can see anything I'm doing. Get off! Right, and then this one has to be hand fed. Stop! Yes, it's coming. But all the other animals are doing really well, so as you can see the goats are setting their winter coats, as are the horses. And you're all getting a bit fat again. There you go. So yeah, I need to ring the vets today and speak to them about Snip. She is due her Hox injecting. I think it's been like a good while since she had them done last. I can't remember the exact date, but it's been like a good few months. It was start of the year. So maybe she just needs a Hox re-injecting. I don't know. I just try not to think about it too much because literally I got on her and was like, she doesn't feel right. And then I walked her in hand Saturday, which was the day after, to see if I could loosen her up, and then lunged her and she didn't look right on the lunge. Only in canter, she's fine in walk and trot. Just in canter, she's just not lifting that leg how I want her to. And then yesterday she hasn't had anything done with her because I was at Beta International, which was really good to show. Really enjoyed that. So yeah, that's the current sitch with everything that's going on. The other horses are doing really, really well. I know not that long ago I told you guys about Danny, that he had colic and we weren't sure if that was sort of the start of the end with him. He is now doing amazingly and he looks so well and so fat, as you'll see in a moment because I'm going to go feed all the horses. But yeah, we'll just have to see. And also Lucy is back in work. So throughout this video, hopefully today, and the other videos I'm going to film this week, you will see Lucy being worked by me and Jade because she's been in a couple of weeks' work now with Mum. Mum will predominantly ride her, I'm just riding her while Mum's away. But yeah, all the horses are now ready for their breakfast. You ready for your breakfast, Piglet? Hey, there she is. Snippidoos. So yeah, we'll go around to the stables and make their breakfast up. So that is all of the horses fed for the morning. I'm not going to ride until later on. I'm going to ride Perth and Lewis today. So I just need to get some rabbit food because in here is where Mr. Lula is staying at the moment. Good morning, Miss Fat Bunny. So she has an entire stable to herself. It's Caramel's little one. But while I've been on holiday, my parents have been looking after her, but I wasn't bringing the massive hutch, so we've just popped her in here. So there's your breakfast. Not that you need. She only gets like a tiny amount. That's her daily allowance, but she is a bit chunky but funky, aren't you, darling? She's got water. She's got lots of hay. We've kind of just put some bedding in a corner because I didn't really see much point in putting it everywhere. And then she's got her little house, and I'm going to grab her some more toys today because she's eaten the ones that she did have. But Toulouse is doing very well. You're getting an old lady these days, aren't you, kid? So I'm now going to go and get some work done for a few hours because it's my first, oh, the camera's in my face. It's my first like proper day back off holiday. So I've got lots of catching up to do, but it's like 7:30 now. So I like to work like early morning and late evening, I'm a bit weird. And then I just do the horses throughout the day. So yeah, I will come back and ride the ponies in a little bit. Okay guys, so it's a little bit later now. I am heading back round to the stables. It's about 11 o'clock. So I've done a few hours work and now I'm going to go ride Luce and Percy. I've spoken to the vets. They're coming Friday morning to check snip and possibly to inject her hocks again. So that's good. They didn't seem overly concerned. I've sent them the video of her on the lunge as well so that the vet can see before she comes. I just find that's handy. But yeah, I'm going to find Jade, get these horses up and get them ridden. It's a pretty miserable day, I'm not going to lie. Oh, Snippy stood at the gate, I can't. I might walk her around in hand. But yeah, let's go ride some horses. Just look at this little pony. I can see you sneaking, Caramel. I see yous. It's just on head height with her. Hello. I don't have anything. But she does like to climb up on the bank and kind of like stick her head into the arena. So, Lou's in. Jade's gonna start grooming her and getting her ready while I get Percy ready. So I'm not wasting too much time. Oh, Snippy. Don't stand at the fence and make me feel bad. She never stands at the fence normally. Is it because you want food? It's probably because you want food, not because you want to come in and actually do anything. No. Good girl, Snipperdo. But it's Piglet's turn today, who is also stood at the gate. Oh, and I don't know what I've done to my right shoulder, literally the one I'm holding this with at the minute, but it's killing me. So I think I'll ride Percy, but I might just warm Lucy up and let Jade ride her because I don't know what I've done to this right shoulder, but it's aching like hell. Not ideal when you've got two horses to ride, is it, darling? Come here. Come here. Why are we reversing? He says, why you got a camera in your hand? Right. Time to get you ready. So, I think today we might put the dressage saddle on because he's had his jump saddle on the last few times and just work on getting him working across his back nicely and listening and transitions. And work on being disciplined. That's one thing I really need to do because sometimes, especially when I ride at home, I just kind of let them get away with stuff. Not like naughty stuff, just like not working 100% correctly because I get a bit lazy at home. And if you don't ask properly 100% of the time, come on, how can you expect them to do it. So consistency is key. That's what we're going to try and do today. Isn't it, Piglet? There we go. Percy has got his pre-rye feed. Oh boy. Oh my god, Percy, you're so fluffy. Not as fluffy as Snip. Oh. I'm surprised she's not looking fluffier, to be honest.
Liz?
Yeah.
She was molting the other day.
Because normally she gets quite a coat on her. You done with that? Oh. Hello, Piglet. I'm sick of picking out hooves already, Jade. I hate rain. Did you lunge him yesterday, Jade?
Yeah.
Were you good?
Yeah.
Oh, good boy. He's looking fat again. What's going off? One day he looks thin, the next day he looks fat. Is it because you've fluffed yourself up because it's cold today? You okay, Piglet? Put your little booties on. Oh. Shall we? I'm such a good boy. What's going off here? I'm so confused. That's because you didn't have reins on because you've been lunged. That's why that's all mixed up. Come on, open your cup. Thank you. Oh, I have not ridden in a dressage saddle for a while. Well, it doesn't actually feel that long. Oh, the other day when I was riding him, I didn't do my girth up for ages. And you know how loose I have it before I get on his jump one? I was like, oh, oops. Free ride, Pooh. Right on the track, thanks, Pig. It says I have offloaded some weight, I am ready to go. Caramel, we don't need your input. Caramel. Oh, and he's off. Did not ask for that. Oh, we've got energy today. Stretching, I won't make you go near her. Good boy. Good lad. Piglet. Caramel, go away. Good boy. Good. Good boy. That's a much better canter. Good lad. Ooh. Head. Thank you. Never warms up as well in this saddle. Maybe. He always just comes a bit like front end of something different to the back end in his dressage saddle. It's like I partition him Whereas in his jump saddle, if he doesn't feel like that, I can't explain it. But it's only when he's warming up. It just takes a bit longer to warm up in this. Good lad. Good boy. So hopefully throughout today's session, you'll see that Percy is becoming more consistent in the outline, that he's working towards the bit instead of coming up above it quite as much, because that is one thing that we get a lot of feedback on with Percy, is that he doesn't relax over his back, doesn't come work over his back as much as we'd like him to, because he get a little bit tense and come above the contact a little bit. So that's what we're working on at the moment, and the last 2 weeks of his lunge work have really been focused on getting him working long and low, and it has definitely made a huge improvement. I could definitely feel a massive improvement in riding him, and I think you can see that in his flat work now as well. So yeah, hopefully the more we work on it, the better we'll get. Practice makes perfect, because Percy is going to be spending most of autumn and winter doing BD, so normal dressage and also BD combined training, some show jumping, and then a little bit of arena eventing and possibly some hunter trials. But we really want to focus on our flat work over winter. Put your head down. Good boy. Much better, pig. Oh, I'm tired already. All I've done is work on like a 40-metre circle. I think he does a better trot in his jump saddle and a better canter in this. His trot in his jump saddle seems, I think just probably because it's freer, but in his canter he actually holds himself better in this. I think though probably when he's cantering his jump saddle, it's because he doesn't want to do a collective canter. Good boy. Good boy. Should have prepared my reins a bit more. Good boy. I need to not grab with my knees. Good lad. Ooh, that felt nice. And those transitions are almost getting seamless. Good boy. No, you're not walking until B. That was a not as good downward. Good boy. I just can't get over his head in canter. Like, I feel like I'm riding a 14-hand pony though. I'm so used to his head being here that now it's down there, I'm like, where's my pony? So I was really happy with the way Percy worked, and then it was on to riding Lucy. Annoyingly, my camera had died, so apologies that this is on my iPhone, but you get the idea. So Lulu has been slowly brought back into work for the last 4 weeks. She's still a little bit stiff and she's still a little bit shuffly, as you can probably tell from this warm-up. But it was really great to get back on her after so long. She's a very, very different ride to Perse, but yeah, it was just nice to be back on board her, and very much looking forward to her being back in full work and watching her and mum go out and do some dressage, because it has literally been years since mum went out and competed. So just got to keep Lucy ticking over for her while she's away. So I am a little bit OCD and I can feel slightly offness very easily, and I just felt like Lucy was a little bit short behind today. Now I will explain, she is very shuffly. She would sooner shuffle on the spot than move forward. It's just Lucy's nature. And she's a very, very different ride to Percy and Snips. So for me to get on her after so long and feel strange, you know, I expected that. But I did think, and I also think looking back at these clips, she is a little bit short behind. So we are actually adding her to the vet review list. We did a very minimal amount of work today.
because she just didn't feel quite right. She has only just started coming back into work, and she's also very stiff on this rein. That's why I am riding with a very, very long inside rein, and with my hand open is to encourage her to sort of bend to the right. I'm not just riding like an idiot, but there is a reason for it. But yeah, she just felt a little bit funny on her hocks today. So I am going to get that checked out by the vet as well when he comes out to see to snip, and we just won't ride Lucy for the rest of the week, I don't think, and just see what the vet says, because she has only just started coming back into work. So she may have a few niggles, she may need some attention, she may not, but we shall see.
So guys, it is, well, quite a lot later on now. It's actually 5 o'clock, so we're going around to do the horses very soon. This is the situation. It's freezing today. It's the first proper day where it feels like autumn, not summer or the end of summer anymore. It could be a winter's day today, so I've got my snuggie on and I've been working this because honestly, outside it is pretty dull and miserable. Yeah, me and Chris are gonna go feed the horses this evening, give them their tea, and then come back in and have tea ourselves. And literally that is pretty much our evening, I think.
So round to the horses we go to give them their evening feed. So for anyone who hasn't seen a routines video before from me, or well, has just been living under a rock, because this is basically what I show you all the time. We go and get the horses hay net. So every single one of my horses gets a hay net 3 times a day. So they always get one morning, lunchtime and night, and then they all get an evening feed, but they don't all get a morning feed. So I'm just adding some water to all of their evening feeds, and Chris is giving me a hand in getting these down to the field today, which is harder than it looks when you've got 6 horses, hay nets and feeds to give out. So then we go along and give all of their horses their feed, and we're going to pop all of their rugs on this evening because it's forecast yet more rain, which is wonderful. I have been saying for weeks that we need more rain for the ground, but now it's here. I am slightly missing summer, I'm not going to lie, guys, but we definitely do need the rain, especially for Snipperdoodle. But the horses have managed to enjoy quite a few hours out without their rugs on today, which I'm honestly, before they're all clipped, which is happening very soon, I am making the most of getting them out without rugs on.
Wait, Taffy.
So like I said, then we pop all of the rugs on the horses. Everyone's just in a lightweight at the moment, with no one having been clipped, and then I pick out all of their hooves. And Chris did help me this evening, so he's doing the others, and I'll just start on Taff. And then once they're all done, we just lock up the stables for the evening, and it's time to head round to the house to go and make tea, and then just generally have a little bit of a chilled evening today, because I am pretty tired.
So, tea time. Gonna be on the vlog for once. Got a HelloFresh super quick butter chicken masala but Chris cannot just cook a meal as it says, so we've only added naan bread this time. There's always some sort of variety if Chris is cooking it. Isn't it, teddy bear? But that's what I'm having for tea. Still raining, so Ted doesn't want to go for a wee. Oh, I've got my pyjamas on because I am shattered. A 4 AM start is not fun. Come on in then, because I'm freezing. Thank you. And Chris is cooking, so I don't have to. Smells beautiful. Quite like the HelloFresh stuff because it's just so quick, especially when you've had a long day. Are you sous chef, teddy bear? We've also got
Balti to look after, aren't we, Mr. Bolts? Mr. Baltino. Yes, I know you just want to play with him all the time, Ted, and he doesn't particularly want to play with you. So what have you actually added to it? Because Chris cannot.
Garlic, tomatoes, onion, season. I can't think what else season I don't know. That's the naan, but if you can get that out.
Garlic bread. I'm on it. Not garlic bread, naan bread. That's because you said garlic. So I'm going to go enjoy my tea. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all soon. Bye guys.